So this is going to be a quick demo of our new mobile app, and this will be very informal, conversational. Love to hear your feedback. So what you're looking at on the screen, I've got Genesis open up in the background and the app, an image of the app, or this is actually a live connection to my cell phone. So this is a working copy. I'm just going to go through each of the features from the top to the bottom. I'll do it kind of quickly for you to get the idea. The chat feature allows your customers who have your app to be able to go into the app, submit a chat with you, so they could type in, "help me," and send it. And then I'm going to kind of play two roles here. You, if you've got the app or you're on the console, down at the bottom right, I know you can't see where my fingers are clicking on my app, but I'll point with my mouse down here at the bottom. You can click on the little man, and it opens up your chat feature and your key performance indicators. And I'll show you that in a moment, the key performance indicators. But the chat lets me see anybody who's actively chatting with me. So this second one up here, I can see Eddie R's iPhone is chatting with me. So I can click on it as an agency staff member, and I see Eddie needs help. So I can say how. Send that back. So now go back. I feel like I'm changing from one hat to another here. Go back, and there my customer is seeing this chat go back and forth. So one of the things you can do is chat with your customers who have the app, have your app. The second thing you can do is request an endorsement. Your customer can input their information, and I'm not going to go through all that, and then submit the changes, which would be the comments. So this is not doing anything as far as it's not going into a database anywhere or making any changes. It's a change request, and they'll get a message when they do this that this is not binding coverage. The next one is just your agency locations. So if you have one or more locations, would have the information. You can click on it, see basic information about your agency. They can click on things like your phone number, and it will give them an option to call. You can click on your email address, and it would automatically, whether it's an iPhone or an Android, send the email to you from their device. So the app is where that would start, but then it would use your mobile device for the actual phone call or your mobile device for the email piece. Our story is just a little information, whatever you'd like to have about your agency, why people should do business with you. Let me come back to get a quote. I'm going to skip on over to make a payment. Currently, what make a payment is a list of the companies that your agency represents. So this is connected into Genesis. So this would be looking at all your companies, and it would have information, for instance, to take the user of this mobile app over to that company's website. So that is just a connection to the company's website in order for them to be able to make a payment. So I'll go back. We may do some other things later with the make a payment. File a claim is much like the request and endorsement. This is where, well, no, actually, it's more like the cell phone, the make a payment. This is a list of your companies with the claims information that we have for them. Certainly, again, have some improvements and cool things that we can do there. Now, the last few things are really cool. This is the coolest part. So get an ID card. I'm going to do that one next. So this one, again, you can't see where I'm pointing with my finger. So this ID insurance card I'll do next. So I click on that. You enter in the driver's license number for the person who's wanting the ID card and their last name. Then they click on Get My Card, and it will go into Genesis and actually pull out the ID card. None of that's sideways. I don't know if I can turn that easily or not, but there's the ID card. And if they click on the little edit thing, that's really a way for them to email it to someone else if they want to do that. This little box at the very top. So they can delete the ID card when they're done with it, but or they can just show this, with their mobile phone if they're at the DMV or something. So that's the ID card. And as long as the policy is active in the management system, then it will give them access to that ID card. And if the policy is not active, they would, of course, not have access to that. Certificate of insurance is similar to the ID card, except the certificate of insurance would have to be done in Genesis. So if I were here on the commercial screen, went to certificate, created a certificate like the one I've got here. Actually, I think I may have used the one under it. Yeah, I like this one better because the policy number I've used here is Auto 123. So this is your certificate of insurance for this person with Jackson Towing as the certificate holder, and I'm the agent that's signing off on this. So if that certificate exists in Genesis, then they can click on Certificate of Insurance, bottom right. They can type in Auto 123 and Jackson. You just need part of the certificate holder's name. Click OK, get certificate of insurance, and it will go real time. And you see how quick that is. It pulled the certificate right there. So there's the actual image of the certificate, complete with the, oh, I'm sorry. I don't have it on my, forgot to bring that back on my screen. So let me go back. What I did was I clicked on certificate of insurance here, and I typed in the policy number, Auto 123 Jackson, partial name search for the certificate holder. Click on get certificate of insurance. There it would be right quickly in front of me. If there were more than one, if I had several certificate holders for my business, they would be listed here. But I can just click on Jackson Towing, and it opens up the actual image of the certificate, complete with, of course, the certificate holder information here and my signature at the bottom right, and the coverages based on what this policy is. So now this certificate can be shown to someone on the device, or you can click the email button top right and email this to someone. So that's pretty cool. Now, going back, the get a quote in the middle, if I click on get a quote, you can have several choices here. I'm going to do personal auto, and I'm going to leave this because I did this a few minutes ago. It defaults all the information at the bottom. I'm really not 18 and single, but I'm going to leave all this information to speed the demo up. So click next at the top. I could scan my driver's license, and that's really, really cool because you scan the barcode on the back of the driver's license. It pulls all the information in. I'm not going to do that because I don't want that video flying around. But so I'll put in Eddie Duck, gender male, license number, something there, date of birth. I'll leave it as that date, and zip code. I think you have to put a real zip code in even for the demo. Any accidents? I'm going to say I do not. You could, of course, fill in accidents and violations. This is cool too. You can scan the barcode. You could enter the VIN and it find the year, make, and model. Or in this case, I'm just going to go through this little screen and pick the first thing that comes up for my year, make, and model, for the sake of showing you how this works. I could either leave no comp and collision. And the way this currently works is if I choose 500, that's 500 for my comp and 500 for my collision. And once I get here, what it's doing, it's getting a rate for Southern General Insurance Company, which that's returning the rate right on the screen if you are appointed with them. If you're not, that's not helpful, and I guess that wouldn't even pull back. I'm not sure if you're not appointed. But I can actually lay my phone down now and come over to Genesis and close this screen. And there's the quote I just did. Real time. Just, I don't know if you can see the time. I don't see it on my computer, but it's 2:10 now. So this went in just a minute ago. And if I open this up, I do want to have us add something here. So I'll make a request on our end to put in mobile app. We're doing it over here for source, but we didn't do that. So this went in Genesis Quote Control real time, instantly. And from here, I could call that person. I could email them if they've passed, the email address over here. And I can certainly now quote this or do whatever I would normally do once it's in quote control, because just about everything is here. Maybe a couple things that I would need to add if they didn't collect it on the app itself. So that's really cool. Now I'll go back to the app, almost done here. Go home. Do you want to proceed? Yes. The last thing I'll show you, there's a couple things. You've got a little, again, let me show you where I am. Here on the little search down here at the bottom, to the left here, you click the search. You can find local gas stations, repair shops, doctors, pharmacies, restaurants, and hotels. And that's a pretty cool little search feature, the way that works. Also, to the bottom right down there, I can just click that button, a little image of the telephone and give me my contact information for my agency that I, again, could either click on to activate the call feature for the phone, and the same thing for the email. Click on the email, and it will attempt to email right from the device. But the other cool thing at the bottom is the little man on the right. I've already shown you how to manage chats in here, but I can go back and show you this KPI. Key Performance Indicators would show you a list of what's going on in your agency by user at the top or by location, and all locations or a specific location. And it's pulling this data right from Genesis. So if I go to users, and here, that's looking at the users that are really set up, active users in the system. So you can see what any particular user's done. If you're at lunch and you've got this app with you, you see what's going on. It's got both a year-to-date option over here to the right at the top, or I can click on that and it becomes it's year-to-date there, and it's a month-to-date there. And written premium, breakdown based on new business and renewal, and then policy counts here and what that's going on. Now, those numbers red from April forward look really bad. All that's saying is it's not here yet. So it's not saying no policies written during those months. They're just not here yet. And the blue is, in this case, as you can see there, are renewal policies, and the red is new business. So pretty cool information here under the KPIs also that's pulling in real time right out of the management system. So love to hear your feedback. Hope this is cool. Hope you find the video and the way I've conveyed this information to you easy to work with and understand. But most importantly, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you like, what you don't like, and where you think we need to go from here. Thanks so much.